Hi Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your spirit guide message reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps this channel grow and makes me unbelievably happy, so thank you so much for doing so. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed and linked in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bowl sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Pisces. Spirit guide message for Pisces, Pisces. Spirit guide message for Pisces, Pisces. Spirit guide message for Pisces, Pisces. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels. Fantastic. So at the bottom is our rooted self. On the left-hand side, this is our inner self. The middle is our heart, our emotional self. And the right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So let's see what the cards have to say. We have the Eight of Pentacles and Temperance. Balance within work. Balance in what we're creating. Balance between work-home life. The work-home life balance. We have the Lovers, which is a Gemini energy. Time frame is May 21st. There we go. May 21st to June 20th. And Temperance is actually Sagittarius time frame, which is November 22nd to December 21st. The Ace of Wands is passion and creativity coming together. Then we have Judgment and the Six of Swords. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy. Time frame is April 20th to May 20th, which is funny because that was the time frame I wanted to say for Gemini. So that's very interesting. Also, Taurus time frame goes right into Gemini time frame. Okay, so I like how in every single place we have major arcana cards. So this is going to be kind of a big deal for us. Spirit guide message for Pisces, Pisces. Spirit guide message for Pisces, Pisces. Spirit guide message for Pisces, Pisces. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Clarity, which is the third eye chakra. And there's a sense of being able to see things more clearly, more openly, more honestly than we had seen them before. There is a clarity to this time. It's like oh my goodness. It's like, the light bulb comes on. It's the aha moment. And it's like, oh, that's it, isn't it? And there's going to be such power there from the clarity that comes in. I always see this, and it's part of the crystal here, but I always see this as a person in the crystal looking up. And that's how I see us right now. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm of clarity. You know, there's this spirit, this power flowing through me, and I'm looking up, and it's distorting the way that I see the world because now I'm seeing it through this crystal, but it's also building that rainbow. It's building that beauty and that intricacy and that power and that brilliance. Now let's look at the energy we are to be mindful of during this time. What is the energy that Pisces needs to be mindful of? What is the energy that Pisces needs to be mindful of? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. The Prince of Pentacles. He's been coming up a lot lately to be mindful of him. So it's thinking that I can only go in one direction. I've set this up. I have this way of being. It can only be like this. And what we're going to see here is that we can hold true to our dreams and what we want and what we desire. But if we let spirit in, and if we let spirit kind of take the wheel just a bit, the clarity that comes can lead us off the original track. It's kind of like, let's say you wanted to write one type of book, and you've been thinking about it for years upon decades, and it's always been that type of book, or it's always been that piece of art, excuse me, or something like that, that music. You've always wanted to do that. But Spirit's coming in, and they're giving you ideas for something else, a different topic to write about, a different piece of art to embrace, a different melody starts playing in your head. That should be chased. Like, that should be explored. Instead of saying, no, it has to be this. It's like, no. Open up your eyes, because it's coming. Like, the inspiration is coming. And that's the thing between the hard work that we have, that we're putting into everything, and the balance that we need. Because if we're putting all our time and our effort into one thing, and we're saying it has to be like this, we're going to find ourselves disappointed time and time again. If we find the balance, if we find the greater understanding, if we find the insight and the truth, that starts to lead us forward in a way that we hadn't seen before, in an inspiration, in a desire, in a passion, in a brilliance that really starts to open up our eyes. And temperance comes in, and it's the sense of pouring our subconscious and our conscious self together, of mixing of ideas and dreams and passions and desires. And it really starts to open up our eyes. At our root, we're also seeing the hard work, the time, the effort, the energy we put into everything, and starting to honor ourselves for that. Now, the Lovers in our inner self is telling us to embrace the passion, to embrace love and the masculine energy, this sacred masculine energy here, to be able to move forward in this passion, this power, this sense of, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm going after, this is what I want. It's a little bit more definitive than the sacred feminine, because whenever we have feminine energy, we tend to think of a little bit of chaos within that. And masculine energy doesn't have that chaos. Why? You can have a million different hypotheses upon that. But what we're going to see here is that there's something passionate and powerful building within us that's moving us forward. And we have to understand that there's more than one way to look at things, and to be able to embrace this curiosity and this insight and this desire and this opening up of our eyes, to be able to be blessed, and to know that Spirit is walking with us in a very passionate, powerful, articulate, artistic way, really does start to drive us in a direction that we hadn't expected. In the Ace of Wands, this is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing us a gift of fire and intensity and creativity. And this is a time where we need to utilize that gift. We need to embrace that inspiration. And it brings us to Judgment and the Six of Swords. So Judgment is us coming out of the box. We're quite literally being raised out of the box, out of what we thought things should be, how we thought things would be. And we're being inspired in a very different way. We're answering the call. And that's it. Spirit is going to call to us. And I see it happening a lot in music. We're going to find inspiration in music, or we're going to have a certain song stuck in our head, and it's going to be part of inspiration. So we rise up. We rise up in this inspiration, in this passion, in this power, in this insight, in these ideas. And we start to gather up our information, and we move forward. Now we're gathering all aspects of ourselves, the masculine, the feminine, and the child. And we move forward towards where we need to be, towards where we want to be. But it's scary and it's overwhelming, and our emotions run high at times. So our heart is answering a call, but are we sure that that call is right for us? Are we as 100% invested in this as we want to be? And there are a lot of things that we're asking ourselves at this time that we're going to find the answers to, and we're going to see the answers in a way that really does surprise us, really does kind of, make us step back and go, oh, I didn't realize that, or oh, I didn't see it like that before. But now that I do, that's exactly what I needed. That's exactly what I wanted. That's exactly where I need to be. And it starts to move us more passionately, more powerfully than it had before. and we gather up our ideas and we see the inspiration coming in. And we see ourselves also moving forward a little bit scared, a little bit unsure of ourselves, but we have to stay to the knowledge of our end goal, of what we want, and the call that we're answering. So our end goal, again, Spirit is saying, don't make the end goal think that we know how everything's going to turn out. There are twists and turns along the way that get to inspire us, get to move us forward. And the Seven of Pentacles right here says, be patient. Be patient because we're connecting with the higher power. We're connecting with this inspiration, this passion, this desire, this insight that we hadn't had before. And Spirit is saying, in my time, not in your time, in divine timing, not in our earthly timing, where we want everything yesterday. And so with that comes a sense of impatience. When we're told to have patience, especially in the public arena, we want things yesterday. And so as we're told to have patience, we're also seeing here the repeat of the number 6. And that's a nurturing number. That's a caring number. That's a number that guides us forward. And the Hierophant is really sitting there and saying, be true to yourself. Be true to the very essence of you. Others will try to get you to go off the path. But you also have to be honest. Don't just yes people. Sit there and say, this is what I can do. This is what I'm bringing to the table. This is what I want for my life. And this is what moves me forward. The Hierophant is the one who tells emperors what to do. The Hierophant represents the Pope in medieval times. And so here, we're really embracing that power. We're embracing the kingdom of heaven is at our feet. The sense of, I can open up the doors and walk forward in passion, in power, in brilliance, in greater understanding. And I can be more than what I had ever thought I could be. And that becomes a place of power. It does. But we have to look at things that are intrinsically true to us. And those things that are intrinsically true to us, we can't veer from the course of them. We just can't. There's this power and there's this insight and there's this understanding that needs to be a part of us. And we need that power to move us forward. And Spirit's saying, don't lose sight of the main reason why you're here. And a lot of us sit there and say, well, Spirit, what is the main reason that I'm here? Make it clear, please. And what Spirit says to us is, those moments where your heart kind of soars, and you feel inspired and you feel, happy. That's why you're here on this earth. It's not every moment of every day, because if it was all the time, we'd become numb to it and it wouldn't mean anything. But that's why we're here. And so if we get that feeling when we're taking care of our children, if we get that feeling when we're going for long walks or hikes or, rock climbing or horseback riding or, painting or singing or whatever, embrace it. It doesn't have to be something earth-shatteringly big. It can be something very small, something that everybody else would overlook. But if it starts to build that elation within us, that sense of connection, of clarity, of insight, it gets to be part of us. And we get to embrace that, and it gets to open up our world. Our subconscious chakra message is the I Am Presence, which is my favorite chakra card. This is the crown chakra. And the I Am Presence says, what am I? What are the thoughts that are crowning me? And my strength and power and creativity and intuition and brilliance and insight? Or am I sad and overwhelmed and overworked and underappreciated? And people say, Dayton, why do you say the negative as well as the positive? Because the negative is important. Whenever I hear the positive things, I'm like, check, that's me. But when people start saying the negative, I'm like, oh goodness, that's me too. And so if I don't see the negative, if I don't make myself look at it, I can push it under the rug. And we can't do that because that stunts our energy vibration. That stunts the brilliance and the light and the color that we let into our world. And so the crown chakra is quite literally saying, what am I crowning myself with? What is the crown that I am placing upon my head with my I Am Presence, with my being and my brilliance? Who am I? Where am I? And what do I want? The energy to be mindful of is the Death card, Scorpio energy. This is a sense of the shadows, of the unknown, the dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new, kind of looking into everything and trying to see like the deeper meanings behind everything. Don't. Sometimes we just have to take things at face value and go with it. Go with it. Not being naive, not being taken advantage of, but there is the sense here of just being able to, to not deal with the shadier sides of things, like not give in to people's negativity and hurts and disappointments and doubts and fears. The subconscious tarot message is the Knight of Swords. This is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is going forward, charging forward. This might be not thinking these through sometimes, so do be mindful of that. But this is being inspired and energized and charging towards our dreams and what we desire. This is slaying the dragons that hoard away what is most valuable to us and what we most desire. And I know some people have left the darling comment of don't slay the dragon. Well, slay whatever demon guards you from your dreams and your inspirations. Let yourself be inspired. And the Knight of Swords is the hero knight. And let yourself be the hero of your story. All right, Pisces, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we connect brilliantly and powerfully with Spirit. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Pisces.